left pattern like normal. This guy here, double check, and I think we're set. Feet at the bottom. Hand on the throttle.
To me, one of the most important is the heading indicator is indicating down the runway. You'll be using that as a reference.
There we go. I'm actually gonna tweak that just a hair. Looking for 78 here. Everything's in the green.
Right now, your squelch is open all the time.
Oh, there we go. I didn't even notice that. Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. Watch my altitude here.
Well, it's really dependent on what you want. You're recording, so if you want it open up all the time, that's fine.
Yeah, it's pretty quiet in my headset, so I can hear it. That should be better there. Okay. I'm off here. What's going on?
Back in traffic, 99 Victor, right base, 28, touch and go back.
A little high.
Now, once you get up to pattern altitude, get the power back, because that's what's going to happen. You're going to climb and you're going to gain airspeed.
I see.
So you get the power back right away to stop those two things from happening. 22.
22.
22
okay.
to begin
yeah,
with,
I was thinking
and
17.
then we go to 17 with the carburetor heat.
Yeah. 17 cruise, car beams, so I can now do
Carburetor heat, power back.
carb heat, 17. Keep that nose up, get in the white. A little more there. And we're in the white. Do 1, 2, 3. We are at 45. We're gonna look this way.
And so your power adjustment is really dependent on where you are and what you need to do. So if you're higher, then you might want to bring your power back a little bit more. Power is altitude, right?
Yep.
If you bring it back another 100 RPM or so, that might just help you to get down
There we go.
where you need to go.
1, 2. And watching for the Vazzy. Rotate. Not rotate, roll.
Bank is the word.
Bank. And we're pretty much on the glide slope here. And would you recommend another set, notch of flaps or?
Not yet.
Okay.
Remember that flaps will increase your rate of descent, so if you don't need to increase the rate,
Oh, true.
what you got, it also reduces your landing roll once you touch down. So the last notch of flaps, you put them on when you get closer to the point where you're going to be, you know, in the final flare. Whatever.
Sure.
Well, if you wanted them, this would be the point to do it. Oh, don't push forward.
Sorry.
Seems like you got a pretty good grip on that yoke too,
Yeah.
as you're doing that. So when you do that, you can't really feel the airplane as much. Just
Maybe.
lighten up a little bit.
And can I get off here? Or no, that's the runway. We gotta keep going.
Yeah.
Yep.
Again, it is permissible if there's nothing coming in, but it's not a designated closed runway or anything else, or a
Gotcha.
designated active runway. So it's just sitting there waiting for whatever happens. Normally we try and get off at the yellow lines, get to the taxiways as quickly as possible. That's the safest.
Westbound traffic 800, clear all runways. Is it clear your way?
Clear to the right.
Has there been much traffic out at all today?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Me. The only
Yeah.
one this morning. I am not aware of anyone else coming in or flying at all.
So when I come in like that and I flare, should I just pretty much fly as long as I can fly?
Yeah, you're just letting the airplane run out of speed and run out of inertia.
Okay.
Your power should be back to idle at that point. You're just holding it off until it touches down.
Okay. I always feel like I'm gonna go and then just boom.
Well, you'll be descending at that point in time. That's why you keep your eyes down to the end of the runway. Don't look here. Look down to the end of the runway and just wait. The airplane is descending. It will touch down right at that right point. And again, if you're coming in like that and then all of a sudden you pull back on the control yoke, well, what's going to happen then? You're going to lose your speed. Boom, down you will come.
Okay.
Okay. And if at that point you go down and you hit, and then you push the yoke forward, well, then you're going to become airborne again. So once you touch down, hold that yoke back.
Westbound traffic 800, departing 31 westbound. All right, there. Oh, you got a nice camera. All right. Check my heading here. Trim. All right.
passable.
Right, clear left.
Iowa County Mineral Point Unit Count, citation 576 here, Charlie, you have advice me, please.
Gotta lighten your grip.
Oh, not quite yet there.
Yes, sir, what's your airport advising for 576 here, Charlie? What's your airport advice?
All right, we are beam bumpers. In the white arc. 1, 2, 3. And we're at 45. We're gonna roll. Everything's green now.
Yep. Except for the Vassie.
Yep.
Okay, so you got 2 whites. Pull
Yep.
the power back.
Going
Lower the
down.
nose.
Yep.
Add the flaps. As soon as you see that, do something. Because the longer you wait, the steeper the bank is going to be coming down. The steeper your approach is. Yeah, you're really ham-fisting that and you're making it harder than it is. Okay, flaps up, cover, heat off, full power.
Full power.
Yep, there we go. Right rudder. Lots of right rudder. Get that ball centered, there you go.
Okay. Yeah, that feels a lot better. I have a little high here.
Notice you're going above White Arc.
Oh yeah. Just descending too quick, or?
Yeah, you got too much power in for what you're doing.
Okay.
Too high and you're pushing it over. You know, all these things have to work together.
Romania traffic, Diamond 402 Alpha Mike, departing to the south.
Eyes down the end of the runway. Don't relax that. Flaps up.
Carbine in. Or no?
Away we go, yep. Right around the takeoff. Okay, with the carburetor heat on right now, pull the power right back to idle, pitch for 60, and turn the airplane right at the same time.
Pitch for 60.
Pitch for 60,
Okay.
best glide, bank the airplane right now. 65.
There?
Yep, right there.
Okay.
That is your best glide speed, okay? So in other words, if you happen to lose the engine or anything else, you got to pitch up for
You want
best
me-
glide.
You want me
Okay.
to stay in the pattern
Yep,
still?
go,
Oh,
yep, just keep turning.
okay, sorry.
Turning. You've only got so much altitude here, so you got to make your turns right towards the airport.
Gotcha.
Okay, you can't be fancy with this. You can't have downwind spaces, no long finals and all that stuff. Keep the airplane turning right to the runway. Right to the runway.
Just like this?
Yep.
Okay.
Now we aren't going to touch the flaps yet, because that's drag. A little bit more to your left. Right about there. Just a little bit. Hold 60. Aim for the runway, right to the intersection. There's good. And now put on some flaps. Flaps down, nose down. Nice gentle turn to final. Flaps down again. We are just simply landing without power.
Okay. All the way down, huh?
Whatever's necessary. You've only got so much runway. You don't want to find yourself running out of runway at the end here.
Ooh, a little hard.
Okay. No, that wasn't bad though.
Okay.
Go back. Brakes. Turn to the right. That was a power off landing.
Okay.
Oh, and I was learning back when the Wright brothers were still flying. We always landed with power off. Back.
Westbend traffic 800, clear all runways. Westbend.
Then somewhere along the line, some geniuses decided that we need to do powered approach. Well, that was okay, but then the idea of landing without power became an emergency.
Clear your way.
Clear. And it's not, as you saw. We
Yeah.
still had the engine running. I mean, if we had to, we could just add the power and go around again. So we don't need to call it an emergency or even a simulated emergency. Just landing without the power. So you need to, be comfortable with doing that periodically. It's just a power off landing. And if you do those really well, then when you lose the engine, have a problem and you have to land, then it's nothing more than just a little added detail. You're already comfortable with doing power off landings. You'll learn a little bit more about the characteristics of the airplane, the ability of the airplane to either glide, or in some cases, like in the Piper class airplanes, you bring that power back, you're going right down. There's almost no glide in that airplane at all. But these airplanes, they like to glide. So you've got pretty good cushion under you if you got altitude.
Yeah, they glide quite a bit better than I thought they would.
Yeah.
Westbend traffic 800, departing 31 westbend. So on takeoffs like that, when I give it right rudder, should I be rotating left too, or?
No,
Okay.
no, you're just adding the rudder just to keep the airplane in trim.
Okay, it just seemed like I drifted over to the right quite a ways.
Coordinated flight. Well, you do what you need to do to get the airplane going straight down the runway. That's the key. So you're using enough rudder to counteract the torque. That's why when you raise the nose, you got asymmetrical thrusts, you got corkscrew slipstream, you got P factor, you've got because you're going slower, even the ailerons, you have a kind of an asymmetrical load there. So you're only using whatever rudder you need to keep that ball in the middle, not overdoing it, because otherwise then the nose does start to yaw. Let's do that again. Carburetor heat on, power back to idle, pitch for 65. Don't lower the nose. If you lower the nose, you lose your altitude. Just pitch up.
Pitch up. Okay. They'll get there like right away?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
The longer you wait, you're going down, okay? So you have to pitch up. That's the only thing you got to conserve your altitude. Now just kind of make a generous arc here as you're coming around. Continue the turn so that you're coming towards your point of landing.
Westbound traffic, Cessna 3532 Whiskey is 12 to the southeast, planning a practice runway 31 low approach westbound.
What you're going to use is your touchdown zone, so probably the intersection there. So slowly get the airplane to come around to that point. Now, having done this once before, and because we got the nose up quicker, we got a lot more altitude to the. So when you can lose the altitude, start putting the flaps on. The closer you get, more flaps you can add.
Too much, or is that okay?
No, all right. Gotta get down. Last thing you want is to drift off the runway. Okay, eyes down the end of the runway.
Westbound traffic, Cessna 539, Quebec. 10 to the
You're
south.
jerking.
We'll be overflying the
Yeah, when
field.
you pull that back,
and then
okay, that's what the
making left
airplane's going to
traffic
do.
for
Okay,
runway
I can
31.
make it do that all day long,
These. Okay.
but you don't want to do that.
Yep.
Got to be very gentle with the controls.
Westbound traffic, Cessna 3532 Whiskey 10 to the southeast for practice low approach runway 31 west bend.
Rotate the air in here.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that didn't go so well.
Yeah.
Let's see. There.
All right, back to the end.
Okay. Westbound traffic 800, clear all runways.
Where were you looking?
I was looking at the end, but then when we started descending quick, I was looking forward. Or down, I guess.
Yeah. You really got to work on lightening that grip. You're getting too much motion with that heavy grip, heavy hand on the controls. was some other guy that was coming in. I don't know what he was doing.
I thought he said he was 12 miles out or something.
Okay. Okay, let's take it right from here.
Okay.
Okay, I've got the controls for a moment. Take a look at the checklist
There we go. Yep.
and go to short field takeoff.
Alright, flaps up, taxi, beginning of runway, brakes, throttle full open, check, brakes release, rotate 55, climb at 64.
Okay, so 55, 65. The flaps are up, carburetor's heat off, and westbound traffic 800 departing runway 31, staying in the pattern westbound. Okay, so we're going to use this as the end of the runway.
Westbound traffic, Cessna 5389 Quebec, about 6 to the south. Overflying the field and making left traffic to land on runway 31.
Okay, so we're at the end of the runway.
And West Bend, 32 Whiskey, 6
So I'm
to
holding the power.
southeast of West Bend, practice low approach, runway 31 West Bend.
All right, once I see everything is right, I'm going to release the brakes. I'm holding the yoke forward. I do not want the airplane to leave the ground yet. I'm looking for 55. At 55, I'm going to rotate right away and raise that nose really high. My maximum speed here is going to be 65. 100 feet up, I'm going to lower the nose and continue my climb out at my normal climb rate.
Oh, okay.
That's the short field takeoff. You're using VX to get you airborne. I call it a slingshot airspeed. You've worked up that momentum, you yank the yoke back, the airplane rockets into the air, but it's an airspeed that's only good for a short period of time. It's going to lose momentum. So as soon as you get 100 feet, you lower the nose to VY and continue your climb out at normal rate.
West Bend, 33 Whiskey is 4 miles out on final runway 31 low approach West Bend.
800's on crosswind for 31 westbound. Train downwind 31 westbound. Okay, once I got my trim established, I'll let the airplane do the flying.
800, 33 Whiskey's 3 mile final. Is that going to work with your base to final?
We'll circle out here.
32 Whiskey, Roger, we're 2.5 out now.
I think that's them out there, right?
Yeah, it's okay. As long as he's over there and I'm over here, I'm not going to worry. Alright, what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to make a nice gentle turn to the right. Letting him come in. Bring my power back. Don't need to go anyplace
And
fast.
West Bend traffic, 3533 Whiskey's 2 mile
Yeah.
final, runway 31, low approach,
He's the guy that
we're
was
at
coming in on
1,400, depart straight out.
That must have been somebody else over there.
So in that span of time, I put on my first 10 degrees of flaps, lowered my speed.
Okay.
I'm just going in a small circle here so that I'm coming right back to my downwind position.
Kind of a point around a turn here.
Yeah,
Or turn around a
turn
point.
around a point. Yep, that's all you're doing.
Westbend 33 Whiskey's mile final, low approach runway 31 will depart the area to the northwest.
They're just flying over? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay.
And 800 turning base for 31 westbound. So I'm going down, he's going up. He was on final, I'm on base. I'm a little fast, aren't I? There we go.
And 33 Whiskey's missed approach, climbing to the northwest. Westbend.
Two whites, flaps coming down, power coming back. I'll just take the power right off. Still a little high, a little fast. I got my flaps down, my power off. It'll come down. I'm starting to pink up now.
Westbound traffic, Cessna 5389 Quebec, entering the left downwind for runway 31.
If I need to, I can add a little bit of power. And for the final portion of my landing, that's good. Down the center line of the runway. This is the critical part. We're just waiting now. See, the airplane will touch down when it's ready.
Okay.
Okay. Don't have to force it. Got lots of runway there. Just let it take its time. Nose is off to the right. Ball is centered. Climbing at 70. Nice light touch. I usually have one hand on the trim and one hand right on the control right here, so I can just kind of feel it.
Okay.
Westbound traffic, Cessna 539 Quebec, turning base for runway 31.
What I was wanting to do was do a power off landing, but that didn't work out when I...
Oh, with the other plane there.
Yeah.
Was he coming back? Is that what
No, no, he was departing. He was just doing...
Westbound traffic, Cessna 539 Quebec on final.
I thought they said they're on final. Yeah, there's... Oh, that must be a different plane.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Yeah, they're on final right there. I saw them.
800 turning downwind, 31 westbound. Now, without any distraction, we'll see if I can do this a little better. touch down. Good shape. Carburetor heat on. Power all the way back to idle. Hold the nose up as you do that. Trimming the airplane for 65. Start a nice gentle turn to the left. Notice my rate of descent. Increase some. That's okay. Point is, I am conserving my altitude as much as I possibly can. Taken off already.
Oh, yep.
Bending grays and flaps here. Nice gentle turn. Flaps down. Nose down. Oh, watch this. I'll slip the airplane a little bit here. Down a little faster. Out of the slip.
Westbound traffic, Cessna 539 Quebec,
Hold it
making
off.
left crosswind.
Zero. Clear all runways. Westbound.
All right.
Okay. Your airplane.
All right, I have the controls.
Yeah, the controls.
Westbound traffic, Cessna 539 Quebec on the left downwind for runway 31.
Should I call my crossing here, or we?
Sure, if you want to.
Westbound traffic 800 crossing 24 westbound.
East apron closed.
West Bend Municipal Airport. Automated weather observation 2140 Zulu weather wind 340 at 8 visibility 10 ceiling 3.
Westbound traffic, Cessna 539 Quebec,
340
making left base
at
for
8.
runway 31.
A little bit of a wind from the right.
Yep.
You want me to try a short field takeoff?
Yep, we'll do that.
Okay. So up at 50.
There's no, because it's a demonstration, there's no necessity to go to the end of the runway. You just simply say, I'm going to use this point as the beginning of my runway.
Okay.
A lot of times, the extra debris and everything else on the runway is closer to the end of it. And nothing is really
Westbound
served
traffic,
by
Cessna 538
doing
Quebec
that.
on final.
Got lots of runway anyway. So he's dancing a little bit there too.
No, I have to wait till he's fully off, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Now, does it say he has to be like physically off or just like not above it?
Well, you gotta think about what's going on here. He's a little slower than you are, so you don't want to get on his tail. So give him a little space.
Okay.
You know, if he was a faster airplane, you could pull out sooner than.
Sure.
But the rule is you're not supposed to have two airplanes on the runway at the same time. The exception to that is if you know you are next and he's going to be taxiing out, you can let them know that you are taxiing into position.
Okay.
So you go out there and then you just wait until he's gone, then you go. Okay. But anyway, so let's do this. So flaps are up and carburetor heat's off, trim is set, lights are on. We're all set to go, so we're just going to get out here to the short end of the runway.
Depart here. Westbound traffic 800 departing 31 westbound. Should let them know I'm staying in the pattern too, but.
Westbound traffic, Cessna 5389, come back on left crosswind.
Alright, so flaps up. And it's going to be full throttle, let go, rotate at 55.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll hold the nose down, don't let the nose come off. It's different than short field.
Okay.
I mean soft field. Soft field, you want the nose up soon.
So just to get more speed faster?
Yep. Okay, 65. There you go. Rotate 55. Pitch for 65. There you go. And get it up to 100 feet. Then lower the nose a little bit. There you go. And go for your 70 or 75, whatever you're going to use.
Nope. Gonna get more right rudder on there.
Westbound traffic, Cessna 5389, come back on left downwind for runway 31.
Should I call my crosswind here?
There's no regulation that says you have to. Again, do whatever you feel is the safest.
Okay. I'll call my downwind here since we're already on it. So. A little too much there.
Downwinds and finals are usually preferred.
Westbound traffic, Cessna 5389, come back on left base for runway 31.
If there's other traffic or if you're following somebody, you might want to make the other calls. It's up to you.
Westbound traffic 800 downwind for 31 westbound. Do you want me to do power off again or just practice?
It's up to you.
Okay.
It's going to be tough with, he's right there, so it's going to be tough to do a power off. Let's do a normal landing.
Okay.
Westbound traffic, Cessna 5389, come back, I'm fine.
he's up and gone.
Yep, I saw him just take off there. Westbound traffic 800 on final 431 westbound. There's our slope. Oh, gee. Holy smokes.
Just stay with it.
Westbound traffic, 89 Quebec on left crossing.
A little bit better, not quite centered, but
That's because we got a little bit more wind coming from our right. Flaps are off, covered, heat off, let's go. Right rudder.
yep, I'm pushing it. There we go.
Westbound traffic, 89 Quebec on left downwind for runway 31.
Yeah, that P factor's no joke.
No, it's not.
You read about it and you think, okay, I'll probably notice it, but it's right in your face. Alright, fix my trim here. There we go.
Westbound traffic, 89 Quebec on left base.
Westbound traffic 800 downwind 431 westbound. You can see him over there. Is that a road? That might be a road.
Westbound traffic, 89 Quebec on fine.
You see him? Oh,
Yep.
there he is. Yep, I got him. You want me to try power off or?
Go ahead, try it if you want.
Okay. Boy, that thing.
Okay, do two things at once. Turn and get the bit of the power at the same time. Ready your speed. All together. Can't be successive, it has to be all together.
This one's probably gonna be trickier with that more of a crosswind. How are we looking here?
Good.
Okay.
Yeah, you should have no problem. is where you got to remember flaps down, nose down.
All the way.
Sure. Again, the airplane will find the ground, so don't be in a hurry to touch down. You got lots of room here. Hold it off, 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 hold it off. Nice. There you go. That's what you're looking for.
Yeah, I felt a lot better. I think that last power off, I was just nervous. I was just, jerking the controls.
Yeah, fine.
So.
Yeah, I understand. But you do have a death grip.
I know.
You got to work on that.
Westbend traffic 800, clear all runways westbound. Clear your way.
It is clear.
That's it. A slight wind from here.
Westbound traffic, 89, come back on left downwind for runway 31.
And you have 40 degrees of flaps, you really have to just dive bomb.
Yeah, you do.
There's no gliding with it. They on crosswind or final? Or base or final?
I don't know. Oh, there he is. He's on downwind.
Downwind. Okay, so must have been just that crosswind. Take off here or go to the end?
Go to the end.
Okay. By the time I get there, he'll. Oh, trying to cut that corner shit.
Yeah.
Not a car.
Westbound traffic, Cessna 539, come back on left base.
Westbound traffic, Cessna 3533 Whiskey 7 to the northwest for practice low approach runway 13 westbound.
Low approach. Not going to land.
What's the purpose of a low approach?
Well, when you're instrument training, you already know how to land an airplane. You're spending time just flying the airplane by instruments,
Traffic, 89, come back.
getting down to what they call a missed approach point, and then
Through
doing a
Whiskey,
missed
how low do
approach,
you guys plan on taking?
going to the next airport.
Low approach here.
He's trying to do multiple approaches.
33 Whiskey 1,500 unless we need to do something else to stay clear of you.
He was 5 miles out yet, so we should be good to take off.
Yeah, so for your private pilot certificate, you're generally doing multiple landings because you got all kinds of stuff that you're practicing. Instrument approach, that's all behind you. Now you're just doing the approaches to the airports and you're doing multiples of those. So anytime you touch down, that's just wasting extra time.
Right. Call it out here before I get to
Okay, stop right here.
Yep.
In westbound traffic, 33 Whiskey is 4 miles final, low approach runway 13. 8 Quebec, are you touch and go?
Yep, we're on the go now. We'll turn an early crosswind. I think I got you guys out there. Kind of hard to tell.
Yeah, that should work. We have you coming off the runway right now.
Apparently
Hey, we got
it's
you guys
coming
inside.
on
We'll
13.
start an early turn.
I guess we'll wait.
Okay.
was going to have you do the soft field takeoff. Now we did that at Hartford for real, but the technique is you hold the yoke all the way back, stay off the rudder, stay off the brakes rather. So rather than following the yellow line, you're just adding power and making that arc, nice wide arc as you're going down the runway, and then just continue to add the power until you're full power. Stay off the brakes. Nose comes up, now you got to start playing with that nose just to keep it light, but you don't want it to touch the ground. As soon as you get airborne, then you continue to press forward, getting in ground effect so that the airplane accelerates. When it goes to adequate speed, then you're going to be raising the nose for your climb out. Okay. They say VY, but I like to do this a little bit longer because you get up to VY too quick, and you really don't get the feeling.
Whiskey is a 1.5 mile, final runway 13, low approach, departing straight out to the southeast.
You really don't get enough time in that ground effect to really feel what
traffic,
it does to you.
5389 Quebec, on the left downwind for runway 31.
So we'll let him do his low approach thing, and then we'll do our takeoff.
Go all the way back once you're
Yeah.
kind of, so once you get off, then sort of level out, get some speed, and then.
Yep.
Ghost traffic 89 Quebec, 360, turn back on the downwind, towards that.
Probably going to get a little squirrely with it all the way back, correct? As your
It will be,
nose
just
gets
a
pretty
little
light.
bit.
Okay.
Aircraft on the approach for 13, you on the miss yet?
Yep, 33 Whiskey is just on the miss for 13, departing to the southeast.
Okay, and 800 is departing runway 31, staying in the pattern westbound. Yoke all the way back. It's hard not to touch the brakes, but this is kind of an artificial thing. So just start your turn right now. Start your turn right now.
Okay.
With just the bottom part of the pedal. You don't get that resistance that you do on the grass.
Yep.
Okay. Now just add a little bit more power as you're coming around the turn. And go with full power. As the nose comes up, relax the yoke a little bit. Just to keep the nose off the runway, but you never want to lose sight of the runway. Keep the nose down. Keep the nose down. Lower it, lower it, lower it.
There
Push,
we go.
push, push, push,
Yep.
push, push. Nope, you gotta push more than that.
Okay.
You wanna keep
like really
right,
push.
you gotta be right here. This is where I want you to be as you're accelerating, okay?
Okay.
This is ground effect. You're one wingspan off the ground. Now you get
Westbound
fast
traffic,
enough, and now
539
you can
Quebec,
climb.
on base.
Oh, okay.
Quite different, eh?
Yeah. I didn't realize you had to push quite that.
Oh yeah.
I was pushing and that thing, it was still going up.
Yep, that's right.
All right, good to know. Good to know. Westbound traffic 800, crosswind 431 westbound.
You're reading the book that ground effect is one wingspan of the airplane. So it's about 20 feet. So if you're higher than 20 feet, you're out of ground effect.
Westbound traffic,
On a
539
hot
Quebec,
day,
on
the
final.
airplane's going to settle right back down.
Where'd that other guy go?
I don't know. Did you call your downwind? He may have left for all I know.
Yeah, I'll call my crosswind here.
Your base?
Or base, I mean, yep.
He looked like he was heading south. His airplane was getting smaller, so.
Westbend traffic 800, turning base 431 westbound.
That was our traffic 89, correct departing the area to the west, westbound.
A little bit of an elongated downwind here. Yeah, we're dogging pretty good, or crabbing, I should say, not dogging. Westbound traffic 800, turning final 431 westbound. Should have held off just a hair more there. Kind of cut the corner.
Yeah, fine. Right on the glide path.
Yeah, that's about right. Aiming for the second stripe. Come on, over there.
Okay. Pretty good. Try it again?
Yep.
Okay. Laps up, full power, let's go.
Westbound traffic 800, turning crosswind 431 westbound. Sounds like everybody else is out of the area.
Yeah, I think they're all gone. field is full, baseball, park is full, lots of cars.
Could be practice. I know a lot of stuff got rained out yesterday.
Yeah.
All the kids practicing.
Hotel on traffic, Cherokee 5160 Sierra will be in the pattern, in and out. Watoma.
What city was that?
Watoma.
Tacoma. Slow down here a little bit. Feel like we're going quick.
From main gate room.
West Bend. 0 Zulu, weather, wind 320 at Niner. Visibility.
What was the wind direction?
320 at 9 knots.
Okay, not too bad. A little low, aren't we? I gotta slow down anyway, so.
There you go.
That felt better.
One more time.
Okay. This time I'm gonna try to not do the death grip if I can help it. Should tell students these never used to have the bumps here. It's just from all the students gripping.
Yeah, there you go.
have a decent day.
Yeah.
That'll quick here, we'll slow down. There we go. Oh,
You feel that airplane settle as soon as you bring that power back, can't you?
oh yeah.
So just slowly bring it back. Don't chop it. But there you go. Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
So even if you have to land with a little bit of power, that's okay. Just bring it back as soon as you touch down.
Yeah, it's
But-
immediate. You notice it.
Yeah.
Does that.
Yep.
Able to play with the rudder a little bit there too, and kind of.
Yeah, you did.
Wind up, so that
Yeah,
was
you did
nice.
well. What do you want to do?
Do we have time for another one?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Flaps
Go right
up.
now.
Perfect.
Here, I'm going to give you 10 degrees of flaps.
10
Hold the
degrees.
yoke back.
Okay.
As soon as it becomes airborne, then lower the nose. Lower the nose, lower the nose, lower the nose. Push it down.
Right there.
Keep pushing, keep pushing.
Okay.
So you're still kind of horsing it back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'll get it.
That's just a weird feeling.
It is a weird feeling.
Doing that ground level.
Okay, now raise the flaps. Everybody's worried about hitting the ground again.
Yep.
But what you're seeing is that the airplane wants to climb. So if you don't do that, you're going to just keep on climbing. You're not going to hit the ground. The airplane's just going to keep on going up. It's actually just the opposite of what you think.
She wants to climb. We're getting there.
Power right there.
Oh, right
Just
there.
bring the airplane in.
Okay. Oh, there, we're gonna touch it.
Just before touchdown, bring the power back. Or right after.
Yeah.
Just you know, you just got to play with it. You got to kind of marry it to where you think it needs to come right off. But
Yeah.
just wait until just before touchdown, then just bring it off nice and slow, and you'll kiss the ground.
Usually as soon as I get over the runways when I try to have it all
Yeah.
the way off, so.
Yeah, and that's okay if you got momentum to get down and can still get that float. You got to have a little bit of float. Otherwise, if you don't have it, you're just gonna boom come down.
Okay. You think I was too slow on that one? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the way you stop that from booming down is just by adding a little bit of power.
Okay.
And just let the airplane come in, touch down, to bring the power off. Good workout.
Yeah, that was good. Only one pretty rough landing.
That's all right. We all get those.